Today I want to talk about one of the characters that I enjoyed the most playing at the end of Tekken 7, which is Paul Phoenix. He has this stigma of being this Unga Bunga 50-50 character, which is not entirely true. It is a bit more now in Tekken 8 because they ramped up the aggressiveness, so he finds a lot more opportunities to go for his Demo Man into Death Fist basic mix-up, but the character itself is not entirely that. He's more of a mid-range type of character that goes for counter hit fishing to deal big damage, and once he finds the opportunity, he goes for those big mix-ups. And I want to try and sell you the idea of playing Paul today, not by talking about his Death Fist and damage, which is something that everybody knows about, but his combo structure instead, which I find to be one of the most fun aspects of playing this character. What is so cool about it is that it works like a Lego piece. You start with a basic structure and later on you add like modules, more blocks to it that improve your damage and wall carry, which is not the case for a lot of characters in this game, I feel like, at least. Oftentimes, to improve your damage, to improve your combo, you have to scrap all of that muscle memory you built at the beginning to learn a new route. But with Paul, again, you just add extra things to the basic structure. And this is not to say that this is the way it should be. I think that having multiple ways to do combos is also super fun. It adds to the player expression. You might see one player doing one combo route and another player with more execution do a more difficult one, and they look very different from one another. That is super tight. But the way that Paul Phoenix combo structure works kind of fits his main thing, which is improving damage through situational awareness and also a little bit of execution. So let me show you the basic combo you can start with, which is around like this. Super easy to do, doesn't take that much execution, and you deal 64 from his downfall 2. Pretty decent damage, but as you can see, the way you end your combo doesn't give you wall splats. So something you can do is to swap out the wall running 2 for a Demo Man. That gives you the chance to get a wall splat, or at least pushes the opponent towards the wall where you can better pressure them. However, this has a specific timing for that blue spark. If you don't hit the blue spark, you only deal 38. With a blue spark, you deal 40, and that counts towards the combo as well. That's something that you can start working at the very beginning. Just do Demo Man for a wall splats, and over time you get the timing down for the blue spark. And a lot of people will tell you that the trick is to follow the rhythm of the We Will Rock You song. I think that's the name. But the way I did it was to just double tap some of the inputs. To get the blue spark version, you have to hit the 1+2 the moment his elbow strikes the opponent. And what I would do is to press down 4, 2, 2, 1+2, 1+2, like this. And I messed up, of course, because I'm recording. There we go, finally. I hope you could hear the buttons. Now, once you get that down, there are still ways to improve your combo that don't necessarily need you to change it completely. And there are 3 different ways to do so. The easiest one would be to add a 2 jab into a micro dash piston fire. The second easiest would be to do a 2 jab into instant wire running 2 as an ender. And the hardest one, the one that I see a lot of people having trouble with, is a quarter circle forward 1 after the launcher. This is going to be difficult for some launchers, easier for others, and sometimes even impossible to do. But after down forward 2, it's quite tricky because unlike, let's say, Leroy with his quarter circle forward 2, it's not bufferable. You cannot do it during the animation of another attack. You have to wait for it to finish and then do your quarter circle forward 1 quite fast for it to connect, like this. Something like that. It's kind of tricky to do and requires some practice. Funnily enough, each one of these will make your down forward 2 combo deal 67, and you're gonna deal like huge damage once you put all of these things together in one combo. That to me is super cool. You can just add these things separately. Not only that, these type of execution is stuff that can later transfer to other characters if you decide to play something like King, which uses the instant wire running 2 trick in his combos as well. The micro dash is applicable with Fang, Kazuya in this game, and if you ever play those characters in the future, you're gonna have a head start on their combos. And again, this kind of fits what I felt like was the most fun thing about Paul. Every time that I'll play, I'll try to find a new way to optimize situations, and he has a lot of that. So he's great for people that want to specialize with one character. He might look simple at the beginning at a surface level, but the more time you spend with him, the more damage he deals, the more fun he becomes. I think that that's the main thing that makes a character be fun for a very long time. Being able to always improve at something that is not just, you know, fundamentals or matchups. And it is a shame that we don't have much of a representation in tournaments with this character. Oftentimes when you see someone playing him, it's someone that doesn't like put as many hours into this character, doesn't know all of the ins and outs. And by the way, when I was learning him in Tekken 7, I would watch someone like Justice. He's a Korean player. He doesn't go to tournaments as far as I know, at least not outside of Korea. But every time that I watched him, I would learn something new that I could do with Paul in my matches. If you don't know him, I suggest you to check him out, especially if you decide to play this character and improve with him. I'll leave the link in the video description. And I guess that's what I have to say about this character. Try him out, and if you end up liking him to the point where he's your main, come back here and tell me, okay? See you next time.